Burr, he is doing a show Saturday, October the 7th down in Canton. He's going to be at the Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium. You can go to hofvillage.com. All the details on the show. You want to buy tickets, you could do it there. Want to win them? Be caller 10 right now. You and a pal at Bill Burr Live down in Canton, October 7. Good luck. 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007.
Some things are too good to be true. This thing is too true to be good.
The Alan Cox Show.
True dat.
On 100.7 WMMS.
We're not doing 2 hours to midnight this Saturday night, by the way. We're getting preempted by a late Guardians game. It's our metal show we do on Saturday nights. When time allows, 2 hours to midnight is 120 minutes of nothing but heavy metal with me and Corey Roddick and Pat Butler. We will return next Saturday night, the 16th at 10 p.m. In the meantime, be thinking about what you want to hear if you are in a metal band in Northeast Ohio. Send me your stuff, because I love playing the local bands doing stuff. And it can really be feast or famine with you local metalheads. So let me know. Either way, 2htm@wmms.com is the email. And you can submit some music or just a request, something you want to hear. But we will not be on this Saturday night. There's like a 9:30 or 9:07 Guardians game, wherever they are. Well, they're going to be out in California. That's why. West Coast time. So Saturday's game is 9:07 on MMS. If you're watching live at AlanCoxShow.com, thanks for checking in there. And thank you to Richard Petoskey. Richard. Is it Petoskey or Petoskey? Is it like the city in Michigan, or is it like Hemsworth's wife? Petoskey? Petoskey. I did get a lot of texts from people in the break. A lot of times we assume everybody knows what we're talking about. That's not always the case. A lot of them asking me to explain what a sounding rod is. Well, a sounding rod, if you've ever heard Dr. Ryan Berglund here on our Is It Red segment, we've discussed it on a couple of different occasions, but a sounding rod, or sounding rods, for people who are really into it, is a series of stainless steel rods, probably about, well, they can really vary.
Yeah, they can get kind of big.
They can vary in length, but they really vary in diameter.
Mm-hmm.
And it is for, ostensibly, for the purposes of stretching out
the male
urethra. And that's supposed to feel awesome. You're supposed to apparently and so the more you do it and the more you enjoy it, the rod gets bigger and bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is all, again,
Do you think it's
I would
similar,
say,
like dirty talk is like
what?
They'd be like, oh yeah, I feel like it's just talking about the tautness of the whole.
Oh God. Listen, everybody's got their thing. And for some people, you can go on Amazon and buy sounding rods.
Who's got a taut urethra?
You can buy them smooth stainless steel. You can buy them with ridges. You can buy them ribbed. And so it's generally referred to as a urethral toy. I think that is using the word toy in the loosest possible sense. But obviously, when Dr. Berglund is here, he will say, it's not a great idea because obviously you can damage the urethra. But people love putting things into their bodies. People who are out there, and by the way, God bless you if you're doing this, because I've always said, you people who are out there crossing the Rubicon on all this fakakta nonsense with putting stuff in and taking stuff out, God bless you. Because that holds no sway for me whatsoever. But I'm glad there's people out there doing it, because how else would we ever learn? These people are giving of themselves. They're destroying parts of their own bodies so that we can hear their stories. And it's not necessarily a gay thing or a straight thing. There's just, Maybe more of a gay thing. I don't know. But a sounding rod is that.
Not a gay thing.
It's not a gay thing?
Ow.
I mean, not exclusively.
I was
I'm sure
gonna
there's
say.
gay dudes who do it. I just think it's funny that you can go on Amazon and buy sounding rods. Right? And they'll only cost you about $40. This one's 8 inches long.
Ugh.
It's a 6 mil. Look how big that is. A 6 millimeter sounding rod, right?
It
makes
looks
me
like a
want to-
swizzle stick, man.
I'm going to pass out, dude. Honestly, there's some things I just can't look at.
Now, frequently bought together, lubricating jelly and your sounding rod. You can buy 3 pieces with multi-beads. Yeah, it does. It looks like a swizzle stick from your bar cart, right? Looks like one of those metal straws for people who want to be environmentally conscious. They go,
This is not how we're saving the turtles.
Nope. And you can buy them in silicone. Anyway, that is what a sounding rod is.
Brutal.
And I can only assume that you have to develop scar tissue in there in order for it to get easier to expand your hole. To enhance sexual pleasure. Now, again, that comes in a variety of, just as the sizes of the sounding rods themselves. Sexual pleasure comes in many sizes, shapes, forms, colors, whatever it is. It's all great. Right. I say, better you than me.
Yes, if you are into this, that's absolutely, like, I'm not judging. It's just not something I have.
It makes us pucker.
I have the interest or curiosity to even try.
No. We have us non-sounders.
And maybe I'm missing out, and I'm okay with that. Okay with missing out.
That's right. Now, if you are a fan of the Seattle soccer team, that's a whole different thing. Those Sounders, that's just a football club. I don't think that their mascot is an 8-foot-tall aluminum rod. It's probably the Space Needle, more than likely. But if you are a Sounder in the other way, you'd probably look at the Space Needle and go, oh, man. You know, you get a little twitch in the shorts looking at that. So not to confuse the two. See the Astros fan who kind of pulled a Steve Bartman? But, you know, a game wasn't on the line or anything like that. But this guy reached out
like
because
he did an interview.
He thought he was going to catch it. Yeah, with his kid.
With his kid. I thought this guy was great.
So they get, what's his name? Buster Olney out there with the Houston Astros. He's out there after the guy reaches out to get the ball. And it was a play in the 6th inning. I don't know who the Astros were playing, but they go out there and talk to the guy, and he's there with his son. He's got his arm around Buster Olney in the stands. Under normal circumstances, you know, if it was anything hinged on that play, people would have been screaming at the guy. But it didn't look like that was the case. He just went out there to interview him.
Sends this one down the line and left, chasing it, Herrera.
Guy just reaches out and tries to grab it. They're playing the Yankees. Yankees leading 3-1 in this game. There's the slow-mo. Guy reaches out.
Oh, yeah.
Like Bartman. Deflects the ball away from the...
That is fan interference.
Is that the independent fielder, by the way, who tried to get that ball out there? He's probably too far out in the outfield to be the independent fielder. And so the umps call interference.
It's made. Alvarez called out fan interference.
Tell us about that play and how it developed.
So pretty much, I'm out here with my son. This is our first ever game. We just moved here to Houston literally in January. And I just wanted to make the moment special for him. As a father, I feel like it's my job to make sure that I give him the best moments. I apologize to the Astro organization. I didn't know it. Y'all gotta understand, when it's dropping down, it looked like it's coming directly to you. Reaction was shock, disgust, happiness, sweat, a little bit of lust, baby. You feel me? I was in there feeling kind of hurt, but my fingers still shaking a little bit. The ball way heavier with the gravity. I'm not gonna lie to you.
All right, what's your son's name?
My son's name is Charlie Ray. Charlie Ray. Charlie Ray, we're going to be on TV, baby.
Kid's like, yeah, cool. All right. Charlie Ray out there at the Astros game. Wonder where they moved from. We just moved to Houston.
It looked like he was wearing a Royals hat.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out what he was wearing there.
So maybe he's from Kansas City.
I did read that for whatever reason, I didn't see the details, but that Houston is the city that will fare the best in the zombie apocalypse. I don't know why. Cleveland was not in that list of the 10 cities that will fare the best.
Sometimes you're like, the traffic.
I got to get out of here. There's no green space anymore. There's no zoning laws. There's a strip club next to a church, next to a school. What's going on here? Hey, Richard.
Hey, Alan.
How are you?
I'm good. So I go to a local club in Cleveland on the weekends, and to see men get sounded is a normal thing.
Oh, good for you.
To see them or to be sounded yourself?
No. I'm
like
a
to
top.
watch?
I do no way.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just normal to see men with ball gags get sounded.
Well, there's a lot. There has to be a thing where it crosses away from, boy, that feels good, to this is just part of my life now. And I've come this far, and I can't, like,
Well,
I wonder if you bail out with a small rod in the sounding community if they give you a hard time. If you're like,
there goes the 3 millimeter Peter.
What's the matter?
You can only
Alan,
take
I've
a little
seen guys-
tiny
You don't
one.
want the diameter of your urethra to look like a Coke can? Come on, man.
Alan, I've seen guys get it, and I'll try to be proper. I've seen guys get it bent like a curve and then have a curved rod put through it.
Oh.
Yeah, that's like nails
So,
on a
Richard,
chalkboard.
what is the appeal of
Knitting
this?
needle.
What is the appeal of this for you?
It makes me want to die.
So, there's a kinky club in Cleveland called the Academy for Fetish Arts, AFA, and
Yeah.
you can go there and you can just be however weird you want to be, and you go there and you can express your kinks. You can watch other people be kinky. Yeah.
Well, good for you. And so that's your thing. I mean, you were curious about that, and you're like, well, I'm not going to do it myself.
Well, no, I don't do sounding. I'm a sadist. I don't do sounding.
You want to
I
hurt
spank-
other people's bodies, not your own.
Yeah, I spank girls. I don't get spanked.
So this isn't like you're not going there to specifically see sounding. It's just something you witnessed because everybody's just kind of doing wild
It's just
stuff.
out and like,
Got
oh,
it.
Here it is. You
Okay.
can see somebody getting sounded over here. You can see somebody over here getting choked. You can see someone over here doing needle play. You can see someone over here
I
doing
got to
rope.
get over there. Do you have to show any, like, bona fides? I mean, they're probably not into lurkers,
No.
are they?
So you can actually reach out to them. It's just called the Academy for Fetish Arts.
Yeah, I'm looking
AFA.
at their website. Cleveland's
you have
premier
to-
BDSM dungeon and play space.
So you have to go through like a 30-minute, like intro to it. They before the club opens, they explain how it works. They do a quick sex offender background check on you. They
Yeah.
want to make sure there's no sex offenders.
Right.
What about
And
sex
then you just go
offender?
and You go and you pay your $20 and you watch, you participate, or yeah.
Oh, so there's like once you kind of are vetted and screened, then there's just like a cover charge when you want to go?
Yeah, and it's just $20 just to get in the door, like any bar, I guess.
And Richard, do you frequent the place?
Yeah, once or twice a month with people.
So are you gay? I know you said you like to spank
No,
women.
I'm straight. No, straight. So what I mean by I'm a top is I don't let people be dominant towards me. I'm the dominant individual, so I don't let people be toppy towards me.
Yeah, that's
You're
that's
not
probably
gonna
part
sit
and
there
parcel.
fighting.
That's part and parcel of the sadism is that you're not you're not you have to be the dominant person.
Yes.
And this is
Well, tonight I'm looking at the website. Tonight they're having their monthly board meeting, Bill. Now I wonder if that's
is it
in the
waterboarding?
if that's the traditional sense or if people are getting spanked
Well,
with
that's where they get
boards.
together and they talk about changing policies, keeping policies, or getting rid of some policies.
So it's not people getting spanked with actual boards.
No, that's Friday and Saturday night.
Now Saturday they have their potluck ice cream social open house. I love this.
The kinky
There's a
community is very
gallery,
friendly
and they
social
just
community.
it's great. I love it. I kind of want to check this out. The gallery showing all the different rooms, but the one that's got the featured image is just their Keurig. They're like, and we got the break room. So
hey,
you get
free
a Keurig.
coffee.
Yeah,
Here you go. You need to hydrate. Get in here. Coming up on the 12th, they have Munch and Tour casual dining.
That's where you can go and you can look at the space. You can ask your questions. They'll give you a tour of the place, and that's where you can probably actually get vetted to go there and participate or voyeur and all that good stuff.
Well, I
And
guess I'm glad
I guess
I'm glad that there's a place like this where people can kind of safely do this.
Is it alcohol free too, or do you like BYOB?
So typically, at kinky people, we don't consume alcohol when we are kinking because it can dull your senses.
Okay.
It can mess with your abilities to perform a certain task, and that's where people get hurt.
Yeah.
The alcohol is more for the swinger community. They need to get loaded before they go.
Yeah, I've seen some of those swingers. They don't want to remember as much as they possibly can. Yeah. All right, so the board just a checklist here. The board meeting is not spanking people with boards.
Nope.
The potluck ice cream social is coming up on the 9th.
Mm-hmm.
They have a rope group coming up. Oh, this is all very helpful. All right, when do you go over there next, Richard?
I'm not sure. I have to ask my partner to see when she wants to go. But what's good about kinky community is there's no cameras or phones allowed in the facility.
Yep.
They're off in a locker room, like a private room, so you can't take pictures. And there's an unspoken rule: if you see another kinky person out in town, you don't approach them or talk to them. Ignore them.
It's like Eyes Wide Shut.
Oh my God, Vivica!
Yeah.
It's Fight Club, bro. It's Fight Club. You don't talk
Vivica.
about Kinky Club.
That's right.
If it's your first night at Kinky Club, you have to get sounded.
Oh boy! All right. Okay, good, Richard. Thank you. This is very illuminating. I appreciate the call.
Reach out to them and maybe you'll be enlightened. There's a kinky club in every major city. There's a really awesome one in Pittsburgh. It's awesome.
I know that one.
Oh yeah. What do they sound like there? Oh yeah. Let me put some.
Hey, my God! Is that a 6mm rod? Let me put that rod in you. Rod, get over here. He's gonna put a rod in him. Tonight's rope night. All right. Thank you, Richard. I appreciate it. Thank you. There's Richard getting us hip to the fetish center over there, the Academy of Fetish Arts. All right. Hey, tonight's potluck. I brought all my chip chop ham with me. We're gonna sit in and eat. Yum. All right. Well, there you go. We got more than we bargained for there. You know, people were asking us, and we got them hip to the sounding rods, and then Richard got us hip to everything else. The Pittsburgh Bridge, the Kink communities there for our bureau chiefs in Pittsburgh, the Kink Council. I love it.
2 in the
Cornucopia of kink.
2 in the pink, 1 in the kink.
Yeah. Fist bump. The summer's hottest fisting party. Oh boy. And they have the Leatherman of Color gathering. I love it. Where's this? McKees Rocks? Oh, it's right on Penn Avenue, downtown. All right. Honey, pack up a couple of sandwiches. It's fisting night. We're gonna go
Fist Fest.
We're gonna go downtown. It's Fist Fest.
Friday night Fist Fest.
Go Steelers with my rods. All right, anyway, I got a break.
That's
God
hilarious.
bless. That was awesome. I will have Chris Tucker tickets for you later on. He is back on the road doing his first stand-up tour in a long time. It's the Legend Tour is what he's calling it. I'll have those tickets for you around 5:20 and then 5:30, a little ways away, but listen for that keyword. It's a trip to Vegas for you and a pal for our iHeartRadio Music Festival coming up.
It's the Alan Cox Show.
Everywhere on our free iHeartRadio app.
Or whatever smart device